Okay, here we have the F.E.G. APMBP 32 ACP. This is a pistol from Hungary. It's kind of a knockoff of a Walther PK32 police pistol. This is a police issue 32 ACP from Hungary. So once again, it's F.E.G. APMBP 32 ACP. So quite a few letters and words for this description for this firearm here. The thing I wanted to show you is a double feed, and these are the hardest to clear for double feeds. But the thing is that they don't have double feeds that often, and I'll tell you why. If you look right here into the chamber, if you look here in the chamber, you'll notice that the bullet is almost directly in line with the bore. And if you look down the end of the barrel here, half of the bullet covers half of the bore, which means that it's already on its way lining up with the bore. Whereas some guns have to really climb up a steep feed ramp to get in. This one, it's more like a direct feed going straight in, which is why it doesn't have a whole lot of issues with double feed. But I am going to show you how you clear something like this. And it's very tricky and very weird, but it will clear it. And a lot of people I've set up double feeds with this firearm, even instructors and pistol historians, police officers. I tried everybody and nobody could clear it because they haven't been practicing with it. So if I set up a double feed for somebody, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be able to clear this one. But I'm going to show you how to clear a double feed. So to set up a double feed, what we're going to do is first we're going to drop the magazine. And what we're going to do is we're going to put one round down in the chamber without the magazine in the gun. And then what we're going to do is we're going to load one round, put the magazine back in. And now what we're going to do, if you look here, what we're going to do is we're going to slowly move the slide forward, but you're not going to do it too fast. If you slingshot it or overhand it and just let it go, it'd be a bad way to do it. So I'm just going to do it really slow. Now this one has no slide stop, slide release. So these are the type where you have to overhand or slingshot. So it doesn't have a slide stop or slide release. What stops the slide is inserting the magazine. It's got a part on the magazine that stops the slide after the last round has been ejected. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this forward real gently. Okay, and now we have a double feed. So what we're going to do with the double feed is we're going to put our hand right here. I know this sounds weird. We're going to put our hand right here, push back, and we're going to pull that round back with our little finger and then hit the slide release. Or not the slide release, but the mag release. Shake it, and we're all good to go. So if you had another magazine now, the pistol would look like this. So you'd have to, and you're back in business. So once again, I'll show you. Put a round down the chamber. Now this is one where you manually have to push the round back in the feed lips here in order to get the magazine to eject. And there is no such thing as a tap and rack. That ain't going to do you any good. So you're shooting, you have a problem, you look, got a double feed, come back like this, pull your finger back, like that, shake, grab another mag, and you're ready to go. So that's how you do it. So I tried, like I said, I tried a lot of guys with this pistol. I tried law enforcement, firearms instructors, competition shooters. And what I did is I set them up with this with the double feed. And I asked them if they could remedy the situation, and none of them could. Which goes to show that firearms are different. They're all different from each other. So what they would do is I would give them a problem, and what they would do is their very first instinct. Now these are professionals. These are guys that have been training for years and decades. So when I handed it to them like this, what they would do is they would tap, rack, and then they would twist the gun and shake like this, okay? And they still couldn't get it to work. So what they did is they tried to hit the mag release by pulling back on this and hitting the mag release, but it wouldn't work. They couldn't get it out. So what I showed them is that when you come back like this, you have to take your finger and put that back in the feed lips, and then drop the mag, and then shake. See, I'm already out. See, so I would be able to return fire. Now, the thing is that you have to practice on any firearm that you carry. Any pistol or anything that you carry, you have to make sure that you practice. Now you can go like that, or you can go slingshot and overhand. On this pistol, rather than going like this, since it's slippery, even though if I clean the serrations, it's still difficult for me, especially an overhand. But a slingshot is second, but first is this right here. So when I rack the slide, the chamber around, and I'm ready to go just like that. Because there's less chances of me slipping here by having a full 4-finger grip on the palm than I would be here, where I'm running into the safety decocker here, or like this, slipping when I'm coming back like that. This way, it makes sure that I run into this part right here, which is a smaller diameter than this part here, which means that if I got my finger like this, I can rack the slide a lot better. But I also train that way too, so So what I do is I go like this. I know exactly where it's at. Like that. That's how I do it. And it's never failed me. What has failed me most is overhand has failed me most. Then second would be sling. And then third, that never hardly failed me at all, was this right here. Because overhand, you have a possibility of getting in the way of the ejection port. In slingshot, when you're like this, your finger can get cut on there or not get a good grasp, because you have to kind of put your finger in there like that. So it's not really that good of grip. Even though it has serrations isn't everything, folks. All you have to do is have enough strength like this. See? Look at that. Gun isn't going anywhere. See? See, it's not doing anything. I'll show you. See that? There ain't no problem. I'm not slipping. I don't have serrations. See? You have to have strength. Just a lot of strength for the front because it doesn't have serrations. But you can still do it. All right, so thanks for watching, you guys.